the end time started from John's generation, from the day of Pentecost. That was why when the day of Pentecost came, they went to one of the end time scriptures and read Joel chapter 2 and said, it shall come to pass in the last days, I'll pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Why was the Holy Spirit not poured out in the days of Daniel? Why was he not poured out in the days of Isaiah? Why was he not poured out in the days of Moses? They were not in the last days. So it is from that moment the Holy Spirit is poured out that all of these coded prophetic things can be unveiled, because the end time now start counting down. Now let me now ask you, if the days of the early church, the last days started, that's the beginning, where are we now? We are at the junction of the end of the church age and the beginning of the kingdom age. That's why for those who are ministers, your message needs to reflect the time. You keep the message of the cross, but you now need to move into the revelation of the things that will prepare the church for the return of Christ. If you are not teaching that, you are wasting people's time. Anybody that is living in the last days that is not building an ark is like the days of Noah. The message to Noah is prepare an ark to save your family. Flood is coming and you are playing around like others. You can't do that. What you call prophecy did not start the end time events. Not a tiny part started until Jesus had died and returned back to heaven. As a matter of fact, the person that triggered, that opened the seal for end time events to begin is the same person that died for us on the cross. Everything that was going on before he got to the cross was not part of the last days. As a matter of fact, I need to also say something. There were times Jesus himself spoke on prophecy, like Matthew chapter 24, he taught on it, Mark 13, but none of those things he spoke about could come to pass till he has gone to the cross, risen from the dead, and returned back to heaven. There were some messages he preached that did not happen in his time. For example, he preached to Nicodemus, you must be born again, but nobody got born again till he died and rose. Nobody, not even his disciples. Now you understand why people like Peter denied him, Judas who followed him, later Satan entered him. So you see, messages that cannot come to pass because the timing, the conditions to fulfill them has not been met. You cannot have Pentecost before Calvary. You can't have Holy Spirit baptism without salvation. When he said, greater work shall you do, that Jesus never got one person baptized in the Holy Spirit, not even his apostles. If I say another one, it will shock you guys. Jesus did not get one person born again. He got people to believe. So what happens is that they have check, but the cashing, they have to wait till the cross to cash it.